Hello. Today I'd like to share with you the lessons I learned when I was searching for solutions to grow my business when I left my secured 9 to 5 day job. I do hope that if you are in that situation or you are planning to leave your 9 to 5 job, you will take some lessons here, or you just want to start a side hustle in order to add income. This video is for you. I'm Linda. I'm a lawyer. I'm a former teacher. I am now a coach. I also mentor people, and I have started writing books. I learned a lot when I left my 9 to 5 job inadequately prepared. I was very, very anxious. I wanted solutions to come instantly. And the more I did that, the more anxious and tense I became, the more I just became empty, blank, and very, very anxious. So stay with me because I am going to take you through the 4 lessons I learned, and I hope that this is going to benefit you so that at least you are not discouraged when you go through more or less a similar situation. The first lesson that I learned was that solutions or answers don't come when I am not ready to receive them. They just don't come. And I was not ready because I was anxious, I was tense, and I was impatient. Nothing happened. There was just a blockage. And then another thing that I did in order to try and get out of that dark patch, I then registered for a 12-month course with Modern Wealthy. It was a 12 course. It's a very, very good program. And I was receiving top-notch videos and coaching and lessons and inspiration from a community. However, because again, I was impatient, I wanted things to turn around as soon as possible. Nothing happened. So, the lesson I then learned, which is the second lesson, was that with the top-notch Rolls-Royce program I was paying for every month because I was imbibing everything externally. I was not making the program live in me and be part of me. That is why I was just not making it. So what did I do? And this is very important. I learned that, this is the third lesson, I learned that I needed to plan my mornings in such a way that when I settle down to do my work, I am relaxed. Very important that I am relaxed. So, what I did in the morning, I started making sure that I calibrate my feelings. I feel my feelings. Are they feelings that make me comfortable, relaxed, and receptive to a magnanimous day that was going to unfold? I asked myself that. So I had to take action to then relax in the morning after calibrating my feelings. I don't know about you, but because I love nature and I live in an area that has beautiful trees, I would then walk. Again, even that walking, it was laborious. I would drag myself out of bed, but I then became consistent when it came to what I do in the first hour of the morning. I would walk, I started running, and because this was repetitive, I started enjoying it. I found it natural to get up in the morning and feel my feelings, and I would go and check how the weather is and just enjoy the early morning fresh air as I walk. And you know what happened? Stay with me, because ideas started coming. I was no longer just imbibing the calls and the videos. There was an expansion, a growth that happened in me, and I became very resourceful. Strategies came, and I started enjoying what I was doing without being anxious about where the money was going to be coming from. I was so inspired that I registered and became an affiliate marketer with Launch You, because I then understood that because I was new as a digital entrepreneur, that I needed to be affiliated to an organization that would do the heavy lifting while I do the marketing. And this has worked for me. It has worked for me to such an extent that I am also affiliated to Alan Hamilton's 5,000 US dollar club, and it is working. Another thing that was very helpful, it was to join communities of like-minded people. We happened to be mainly women who wanted to make it in the business world. I became one of the members. We shared ideas. We encouraged one another, and I'm not looking back. So, in a nutshell, what I learned, and this may sound far-fetched, that it is very important to embody what you want to receive. Embody. Not just be saying mantras, not just to be forcing yourself to tell yourself that you are rich when you are not rich. Tell yourself that you are wealthy when you are not wealthy. What became very, very important was that when I knew what I wanted my life to be a digital nomad, to be part of a business that would make money even when I'm fast asleep, I then learned that it's important that I literally get excited about this life that was unfolding, the life that I was becoming. Very important. I was becoming. I was no longer looking at being wealthy as an external lifestyle. I found myself being wealthy in feeling, in thinking, even in doing. And you know what happened? Stay with me. It just happened. I even forgot about the fact that I was anxious about the monthly paychecks that had stopped when I left my 9-to-5 job. I went out. I mixed with people. I responded to invitations, and I was not even getting paid. And what happened is that business started coming. I now have students I coach as a group. I have students I coach as individuals. I have started writing books. And do remember to click the description below, because I'm inviting you to even visit my website. It was unthinkable 2 years ago that I would design a website, that I would make a video and talk to you wherever you are, whether you are in Germany, in the UK, in the US, in Saudi Arabia, in Vietnam, wherever you are, I am talking to you. I am sharing my story. And it is a story that I'm excited about because it's a good story. And I know that if you are a woman over 40, over 50, over 60, over 70, you will benefit because an over 60 like myself started a business from scratch. I was not technologically savvy. I had never ever dreamed of being a digital entrepreneur. And I was so scared of looking at the camera that today it is sheer joy that I am talking to you with confidence, with excitement, with this joyful hope that you too are bound to succeed. Just banish the negative thoughts and prepare yourself. Prepare to be wealthy. Prepare to be healthy. Prepare for a new and exciting, productive life, which is the next chapter of your life. I am enjoying it, and I do hope that you will enjoy it. I look forward to being with you in the next video. Please remember to press the like button and do subscribe so that I continue to make videos, raw as my videos are, but they are videos of a story, and a good story for that matter. I look forward to being with you in the next video. Thank you.